Okay, so today we're gonna work on middle splits. I want to also emphasize that this class is not really a yin class. It's formulated and structured a little bit differently. 45 minutes, we get down to business, okay? So I also want to do this middle splits class because there was someone that requested for it. Hello, those of you who just joined. So some of you requested for middle splits, so I'm gonna do that. But also to introduce all of you to what I'm doing for the Straddle Club on Mondays at 8 a.m. So if you like more personal instructions and perhaps more attention to your alignment or how your practice is doing at home, Zoom classes are very helpful. So I'm doing those Zoom classes working specifically on middle splits in all the different postures. So it could be inverted, it could be supine, right? It could be seated position. So I call it the Straddle Club, just to have a nice catchy name. So it'll be every Monday at 8 a.m. Singapore time. If you want to join me, just send me a message, okay? So this 45 minutes here will be a nice introduction to what we're doing really every Monday at 8 a.m. So yes, let me know. Let's get started. If you have two blocks with you, please grab your blocks. And if you don't have two blocks, maybe have your Tupperware close by. Maybe hopefully you have the same size as the blocks that I have here. Okay, and maybe a towel or a strap with you. Okay, hello Curtis. Hello Hui, hello Gigi, all of you that just joined. Okay, let's get started to do our middle splits today. Alright, so we're going to start here on the floor, so you can shake it out. Rock your knees left and right a couple of times. Left and right, left and right. And just stay on the left side for a little bit. And stay on the right side for a little bit. Okay, and then keep your feet on the floor, fingers pointing to the sides, east-west. Lift your chest up, puff your chest, shoot your knees forward so you're squeezing an invisible block between your knees, and then turn the head back. Coming back down towards the floor, one more time, inhale and lift, puff the chest. Good, exhale, coming down, sit down on the floor, drop your knees both to the left side. So we do left side first, if you can do it 90 degrees in both legs, so the deer head posture. Facing the left side, so it's very important. So when you turn to the left side and you have your fingertips on the floor, you're looking towards your left knee. Okay? So get the angles correct. Take a full breath. So your left shin is now parallel to the front of your mat, if you're facing the front of your mat. From here, lean forward with your stomach towards your left shin. Okay, inhale, coming up. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, coming up. And then from here, just bring your elbows down towards the floor. If this is easy for you, so the left leg would feel like you're doing a pigeon right now. If it's easy for you, you can reach your arms straight. Okay, so keep your arms a little bit active, not too active, but also not passive. So that means your arms are straight, palming the floor, and bring your chest towards your left shin. So you should feel like you're doing pigeon on your left side. 3 breaths here. Inhale, exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Now move to your right side, so you're bringing your chin closer to your big toe. So you can stay on your forearms. If it's too much, you hang out here. But if you have more, you bring your stomach towards your heel. Stretch your arms straight. Little active here in the arms. And drop your face down towards your big toe. This one, I'm going to time you for 1 minute. You stay there. And let me take my iPad. 1 minute. Stay here, chest to your big toe. So you're turning a little bit towards the right side. Keep your legs 90-90. Bow. 1 minute. Use this time to start to steady your breath if you're, just came from a very busy morning. Within the stretch, start to find the ease. Within the breath, start to find the slowing down. You can rest your forehead on your hands like so if you like. 5 more breaths. Last 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Good. Inhale, coming up. You turn. So once you get to a vertical spine, check that your legs maybe shift a little bit, right? You bring it back to 90 degrees, and then you turn your body. If you're facing your left knee, left side. So if you want to add a quad stretch here, you can bend the knee into like a half hero. So right leg half hero, and you bring both your forearms to the floor as you turn anti-clockwise, okay? Anti-clockwise. The right elbow will be harder to get to the floor, but try to bring it down. Stay here for 8, 7, 6, turn, look for your back toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Slowly coming out of the posture. Well done. Extend your right leg straight and bring your left heel towards the pelvic floor. So over here, I want to show you from the side. So your right leg's going out to the right side, your left heel's coming into the pelvic floor. So it's kind of like a half middle split, right? A half straddle position. You bring your fingertips to the front. And I want you to find cat and cow with your spine here. So basically, you're rolling to the front of your sitting bones, doing a posterior tilt with your pelvis, and then you go to the back of your sitting bone, this is anterior tilt, posterior tilt, okay? And then, correct, yeah, I'm confused all the time because it's named from the hip points, from the top of the pelvic girdle. So basically, what you need to do is to arch and round. Please tell me if I'm wrong. Sometimes I'm a little bit confused. Because this one looks like it's doing a posterior tilt, right? Because your buttocks is sticking to the back, so posterior tilt. But actually it's anterior. So a couple of times, rolling forward and back. Okay, now, once you find the rolling action, find the pelvic tilt, right? You need to find a little bit of mobility here in your hips. Your right leg stays straight, kneecap up, toes up, and then you fall forward from here as much as you can towards the floor, keeping your right kneecap up to the sky. So you can use your right hand to kind of slide the skin upwards, okay, with your hand. And then fold in the middle, so between your legs. Try not to lean too much to one side. And then we start to hold here. 1 minute. From here. Big breaths in, big breaths out. Thirty more seconds. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay low. Stay low. Don't come up any higher. Walk towards your right foot. Hold your foot with your hands or strap or towel, and then bow from here. 1 more minute. Stay low, keep the kneecap pointing up, keep the foot flexed. Breathing deeply, inhale and exhale. More seconds. If you want, you can use the last 10 seconds to make it more active, curling the toes back towards your nose. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Oof, very nice. You can feel it a little bit also on the QL muscle, on the sideways. Shake it out. Okay, now we face the right side, 90-90, both your legs. So you face the back of your mat, but I will face you slightly, okay? So just do whatever angle you're at, just make sure that your legs are 90 degrees. So fingertips right on the floor, and you turn your stomach to face your right knee. When you turn to face your right knee, your you can see front leg 90 degrees. Lean forward now and back. Good, lean forward. Inhale up. Just 2 more, exhale. Inhale. Good, last one. Exhale. This time bring your forearms to the floor, in front of your shin if you can. And if you have more, you straighten your arms and bring your chest down towards your stomach. 3 breaths just here. Inhale. Exhale 1. Try to keep your arms active. Okay, inhale. Exhale 2. Softness around the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale 3. Now walk your hands towards your foot. Now you can stay on your elbows first. If you have more, you're gonna bring your stomach or your chest towards your heel or your big toe as much as possible. And try to stay here with your arms active 1 minute. So it's not 100% active, but just want you to keep your elbows off the ground and your arms straight. Maybe crawl your right hand a bit more towards the front. Let's stay here. Continuous steady breath. Continuous steady breath. Try to relax around that right hip. softening the skin, softening also deep within the pelvis. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Now, stay about halfway and then turn your body for the twist towards your right side. If you want to add the thigh stretch, you can bend the knee, point your toes, heel towards the buttock, and then you turn your body and try to find your back toes. One by one, the elbow comes down. Using your arms to turn. Look for your back toes. Turn. 8 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Continue to turn. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Fantastic. Release. Alright, extend your left leg straight. Bring your right heel in towards the pelvic floor. Right, so we're gonna do the tilt thing again. So this time I'll show you the front view. So when you tilt, you want to roll to the back of the sitting bones and then try to reach the front of the sitting bones. So you're just rolling and then with your fingertips in front so that you can manipulate arch and round of your spine. Okay? Then roll a little bit more towards the front. And then keep your left kneecap facing the sky. Start to walk your arms between your knees and come down as flat as you can to the floor. You can use your left hand just to guide the skin on the left leg towards the ceiling. Flex the left toes. Bow down towards the floor. We stay here for 1 minute. Breathing. Keeping the left foot active. Let the head drop. Make sure that you are still breathing. You can use your Ujjayi breath. Using the Ujjayi breath to try to make your breath sound longer. Last 15 seconds. Staying low, alright? You're going to turn to your left foot. Stay low, stay low, stay low, stay low. Go all the way to your left foot. Hold the foot with both your hands. Bring your elbows down to the floor if you can. If not, you use a towel or a strap. 1 minute, stay here. Your stretches here are a marathon, not a sprint, okay? So take your time. Breathe. Remember, deep, long, long breaths. Take your time. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Slowly release. Well done, guys. Shake it out. Oof. Okay, so now we do your viparita. So you're going to keep your legs, I would say just about 80-90% of what you can do. And then we work slowly deeper and deeper. So this one is just going to be a forward fold. Flex your feet. You can use your hands and just pull the flesh out, widen your seat. So again, just keep your legs about 80-90%. Just work on the forward fold, coming down towards the floor. Now for those of you at home with blocks, you want to go a little bit deeper, you can bring your heel up to the blocks, right? So we still make sure that this is a deep stretch class, not just a stretch class, right? If you want to go for it, but please be very careful. Always keep your health and the longevity of your practice as priority, so go slowly. If you want, blocks under your heels, and let's go full forward. Now, for those of you at home, if you feel that it's very hard to fall forward, you're rounding your spine like this, please sit on a block. All right, we're going for a hold here. So if you can, keeping your toes pointing up towards the sky. Toes point up to the sky the whole time. So you need to keep it slightly active, toes up. One more minute here. Toes still pointing up, guys. 30 more seconds. Try to ground your sit bones down. Flatten the chest down towards the floor. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Inhale, come all the way up. Nice. Your knees bend. Slowly release. Okay, so now you're gonna come to your frog pose. You may need to use a block to just support you under the rib cage or underneath the stomach. It's very helpful here, so you don't rely on you don't put so much weight on your forearms. It will help you slide maybe a little bit deeper. I like to do one knee on the towel and one knee on the yoga mat. So frog pose, knees in one line, toes point out to the side, make your both legs 90 degrees. You can now take a block and bring it under your ribs. Okay, and make sure the butt is at the same level as your knees. Now, if you want to go further, you can also bring, for those of you already close to the floor, meaning your belly is already touching the ground, you can bring one block or 2 blocks, so 1 block on each knee, under each knee. Okay? If you want, you can take the blocks. and bring it under your knees. I'm gonna take it easy today here. But basically, you can always make your postures deeper. You can see on maybe what I'm doing here, why it's called the frog pose. Slowly now, we're going to stay 1 more minute, okay? Stay with me 1 more minute. If you have someone at home that can sit on you, you can tell them to put a little bit of pressure at the back, okay, near the sacrum, or just ask someone to put weight on you. But make sure they come back and take the weight off. 30 more seconds. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Slowly come out. Okay, you can come to kneeling position. Sitting up tall, and just take a moment here. Okay, and there it's a lot. Interlace your fingers behind, just opening the chest. Squeeze your palms together, and then just pulse your knuckles up towards the sky. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. If you've been on the computer a little bit, so I want to do a second round of frog, okay? But I just want you to do a bit of neck exercise first before we dive into it. So this is your little break. Hold the right ear with your left hand and just draw the ear away from the shoulder. 5 breaths here. And 5, 4, you can bring your fingers under the shin. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Release. Switch other side. Left hand grab the right ear. Pull the ear away from the shoulder. You can stuff the fingers under the shin bone. And breathe. Three, 2, and 1. Good. Release. 1 more set. Frog pose. Okay, go for it. You're not gonna do it at home by yourself anyway, so we'll do it now. We'll do all the homework together. So I'll show you if you want to try. Only for those of you the hips close to the floor. You can do the blocks under your knees. Otherwise, please do it again with a towel on one knee and then the other knee on the mat. Okay? So inner thighs will face the floor, inner ankles will face the floor, and then you keep sliding the block out. Okay? Bring the hips down towards the floor. All right, 1 more minute here together. Breathe in. Breathe out. Slow down the breath. Breathe in. Last 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. Hips down, hips down, hips down. 2. And slowly release. Take your time and come out. Okay? Still alive. No problem. Alright, so now we're gonna do it from standing. So first come to Prasarita, Padottanasana. Straighten your legs. You can walk it out in down dog first. And then you step your feet apart. Toes turn in slightly, heels out. Grabbing the edges of your feet if you can reach. If not, take your big toes or your ankles. Pull with your hands. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, bow. Forehead towards the floor. 5 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Slowly release your hands. Turn your right toes out. Squat down to right side. Skandasana. Turn your left toes up. Your left hand is going to go as close to the ankle as possible. Look how close the hand is going, okay? And then you use your forearm to pry the right knee away from the left. So you split your knees apart. With the help of your right forearm, you push the knee back. And then with your left hand, reaching forward 1 more inch, can you bring your forehead down towards the floor, keeping your hips on the floor? No, sorry, not keeping the hips on the floor, but direction towards the floor. That means your sit bones, they are hovering, but you're still putting the weight down, okay? So you're not lifting the buttocks up, that's what I mean. But keep the hovering, bring your forehead down. Stay here and breathe. 5, 4, squeezing the left hip a little bit here. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Hands on the floor. Bring yourself up and over to the left side. Squat left side. Right toes point up this time. Okay, right hand to the right ankle. Get as close to the ankle as you can. For those of you who have more, go beyond the heel. Left forearm push into that left leg. So you pry the knees apart. And then you bring your forehead down to the floor without lifting your buttocks to the sky. So can you keep your left knee pressing towards the back? And you keep your right hand crawling beyond the toes. And you keep your sit bones hovering, sit bones down and hovering, forehead to the floor. Last 5. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Inhale, come up all the way. Center. All right. Hands on your hips. Come up all the way to stand. Take one block and bring it under your left heel. Okay? Right toes pointing out. Find the same distance as you had with your Skandasana earlier. Squat down. Right side. Yes. All the way down. All the way down. Flex the left toes up. Your left sitting bone. Reach to the floor but don't touch. Just reach. Left sit bone towards the floor. Hold 3. Hold 2. Inhale, come all the way back up. Now, if this is too much for you, don't use the block, okay? The block is going to give you a bigger stretch, okay, for the left side, the left hamstring. If you want to do more, you're going to add one more block, okay? So this here, I have 2 blocks. Adjust your right foot back. I'm just going to put my hands on the floor to adjust. Squat all the way down. Skandasana. Right leg squat. Now, left toes point out and try to turn out the left leg a lot. And then you aim your left sitting bone towards the floor. Keep that left leg strong. This time, bring your left hand to the block if you can. Maybe grab the edge of the block. Your right hand, push the right knee open or use your right forearm. And then bring your head down to the floor. Same thing, try to aim for the floor with your forehead. Now, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Use your hands or not. Come up. Notch your right foot in and relax. Okay? Take 1 block over to the right side. We do 2 times, same thing. Oof, I can really feel it on my groin, hips, hip flexors. Alright, right toes point up. So you do 1 block first or no block, okay? One more time, turn the left toes up, bend the left knee, come all the way down to your squat, Skandasana. Do not sit down on the floor, it's very tempting, but try not to. Just warming up here and see how that 1 block feels. Right hip, right sit bone, aim for the floor. Breathe. Flex the right foot, right toes point up towards the sky. 5, 4, turn the outer right hip downwards. Drape the skin on the outer right hip downwards. 2. Okay, use your hands or not. Come up all the way to stand. Take 1 more block if you want. And if you found that it was too hard for you, alright, just keep 1 block or just take the block out. Bring the right heel up onto the block. Be very careful, guys, when you're working at home, okay? So just work slowly, don't rush. Coming back down to the squat on the left side, right leg remains straight, right sitting bone, aim for the floor, try to drape the outer right hip down towards the ground. Flex your foot, sit with, use your body weight and sit. We're not touching the floor, but you have that feeling of sitting down. And then your right hand is going to try to grab the edge of the block. And then your left hand is going to push that left knee away from the face. Then you bring your forehead down to the floor. Don't lift your buttocks any higher. Stay. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Nice. Coming out. Slowly notch your left foot in. Shift weight to left foot. Drop the right. Come up all the way to stand. Oof. Shake it out. All right. Last one. All right, last posture. Sliding from standing position. So you fold your mat into half. Bring the towel under your foot. Okay, so there are different variations of doing this split, different names as well. Okay, so we're going to do the version where, sorry, not toes point up. No, actually, yes, toes point up. We do the toes point up. Okay, so we're going to slide the heel. So you prepare the right foot, also toes pointing up. Whatever side you're doing, one side will be on the mat and one side will be on the towel. Okay, now you can use your hands if you want on the floor. If you're just beginning to work here, you can use blocks, right? Always use blocks. If you want to, just use blocks. Whatever you need to do, slide the heel now. Slide the heel straight, one line. Keep your feet flexed and active and slide all the way down towards the floor. Holding wherever you are, guys. Holding wherever you are. 30 more seconds. You can do it. Holding wherever you are. If you manage to sit down on the floor, see if you can bring your pelvis more and more forward and then tilt and do a little bit of an arch with the spine, but keep your toes pointing up to the sky. Last 3, last 2, and release. Good job. Hands below the knees. Bring your knees together slowly and shake it out. Unroll your mat. We'll just do one twist together here. Hug both your knees into the chest. Rock side to side. Okay, bring your knees over to the right side. Look to your left. Spinal twist. Knees to the left. Look to the right. Back to the center. Hug your knees in. You can definitely just stay on the floor if you like for your Shavasana. Otherwise, we will finish the class today coming up to sit. Okay, you can decide how you want to finish your class. So, thank you so much everybody for joining me today for middle splits. Remember, if you're interested in the subject, I work on a straddle in all form on Mondays at 8 a.m. via Zoom. So message me if you'd like to be in the Zoom chat. And I hope that you had a good session, a good practice today. Feel free, don't hesitate, just write me a message with any requests or how you felt after the class, okay? Have a good afternoon. See you soon. Bye-bye.